Chances are, you've already heard of the Blackmagic Camera App, but now there's a brand new update packed with powerful features. In this video, we'll highlight 3 of the most exciting additions: Dolly Zoom, Open Gate, and new LUTs, complete with video examples. We'll also dive into tools you might not know well, like zebras, preset buttons, stabilization, and time-lapse. And yes, we'll be exploring the much-awaited ProRes RAW option, so stay tuned. One of the standout new features in this update is the Dolly Zoom option. Don't be put off by the fancy name. Let's break it down in practical terms. Professionals already know this move well, but if you've only worked with phones or consumer cameras, this will feel like new territory. Traditionally, professional broadcast cameras and certain mirrorless lenses come with a zoom rocker that allows smooth optical zooming in and out. But for many, things were different. On regular phones, zooming through the menu was never smooth. It always felt like a digital pinch rather than a cinematic move. Now Blackmagic has changed that. With the new Dolly Zoom tool, you can select 2 points, an A point and a B point, and tell the app to zoom between them. You can even set the duration, which really just depends on how long you want the move to last. Once it's set, all you do is tap the zoom number, say from 4x down to 1x, or the other way around, and then watch the magic unfold. In real time, you may notice that the move doesn't always look perfectly smooth. But here's where the enhanced stabilization comes into play. Once stabilization is applied, if you enable it while recording, the recovered result is much more fluid, looking like it was shot on a high-end rig. Now, there's been plenty of debate about whether iPhones truly offer optical zoom, or if those zoom numbers are just clever digital crops. In our tests, we found that zooming up to about 5 times, the footage looked reasonably clean, though sometimes with a slight boiling effect that hinted at overcompression. And to be fair, even larger mirrorless cameras show similar but not so profound artifacts when they crop into a sensor. To push it further, we experimented, zooming to 10 times and even 15 times. And let's be clear, don't do that. The results looked bad. We only did it to demonstrate what happens when you go too far and use the zoom. To give you a side-by-side, we also tested stabilization on and off. With it turned off, the footage looked like it was caught in an earthquake tremor. With stabilization enabled, the difference was dramatic. Smooth, cinematic, and usable. Finally, let's talk quality. Whether using the stock app or Blackmagic's, once you reach 5 times zoom, the video inevitably looks a bit softer than non-zoom footage. But the beauty of this new feature is how easy it makes controlled zooming, something that was nearly impossible to achieve smoothly on a phone until now. Here's a feature that may sound technical, but once you understand it, it's a real game changer. Open Gate. Normally, when you record video, the camera only uses part of the sensor, the area that matches standard widescreen formats. The rest of the pixels are simply ignored. With Open Gate, you're recording with the entire sensor height and width, which means you capture more of the scene. To enable it, first choose Rec 709 as your color space. Then, inside the Codec tab, you'll find the option for Open Gate. Once activated, the image on your screen looks almost square because the resolution jumps from 8 megapixels to 12 megapixels. Suddenly, you'll see more content above and below your usual frame. The primary benefit here is flexibility. Since you've recorded extra visual information, you can reframe and crop your footage later, horizontal for YouTube, vertical for Instagram or TikTok, without sacrificing resolution or quality. That makes it a perfect tool for creators producing content across multiple platforms. And with the iPhone 17 Pro now using a true square sensor, Open Gate recording is more powerful and practical than ever. One of the neat new touches in this update is how color control has been reimagined. Tap the display icon at the bottom left of the screen, and the panel expands to reveal the 3 core colors: red, green, and blue. You can even adjust their opacity percentage, sliding until the overlay is as subtle or as strong as you like. Now look just to the right, and you'll notice the new LUT option. Tap it, and a whole library of choices appears. From Rec. 709 neutral to a series of creative looks, you can preview each one in real time as you scroll through them. Keep in mind, by default, these LUTs are just for monitoring, helping you judge exposure and color correctly on set. That way, you still have a clean file for grading later. But what if you want to bake a LUT directly into your recording? Simply tap the cinema frame arrow to enable it. Before doing that, head into Settings, then LUTs, and switch on Record LUT to Clip. You can also manage which will appear in your list using the LUT Manager. And here's a bonus. In the same Settings menu, tap Export LUT, and Blackmagic will actually provide you with their official LUTs for free. You can download them, bring them straight into your editing software, and keep your colors consistent from shoot to post-production. As of the time we uploaded this video, ProRes RAW wasn't yet available on the Blackmagic Camera App. What we do know is this: unless Apple changes course, the option is limited to the iPhone 17 Pro, and you'll need an external SSD to record it. Of course, we're still hoping that Blackmagic will do their magic and eventually bring this feature to the iPhone 16 Pro as well. Final Cut Camera 2.0 will also let you capture ProRes RAW in the same way. But here's the important part. Don't expect ProRes RAW to automatically make your videos look better. What it really offers is flexibility. This format is designed for video editors, giving them ultimate control in post-production. And that's where the challenges begin. Final Cut Pro, being Apple's own software, fully supports ProRes RAW, as you'd expect. Adobe Premiere Pro also supports it, but only with limited features. You can adjust exposure and color profile, but not ISO, white balance, or color temperature. For DaVinci Resolve, the story has recently changed. Up until August 2025, it didn't support ProRes RAW at all. But after the launch of the iPhone 17 Pro in September 2025, Blackmagic added full support, starting with DaVinci Resolve Studio version 20.2 and above. Let's take a look at some additional camera settings that can really help you get better results. First up, zebras. This is one of those tools creators either love or hate. Tap the top button, and you can set the exact percentage where highlights start clipping. Personally, we prefer zebras over the histogram because they're more direct, but some find the overlay distracting. Next, function buttons and presets. You can enable this quickly in the camera settings. Under Function Button Settings, you can activate 3 customizable shortcuts that appear on the left side of the screen, making it easy to switch setups on the fly. For professionals, there's proxy recording. This lets you create smaller video files for quick editing, which you can later replace with the high-quality originals at export time. What about live streaming? At the moment, on iOS, you can only stream directly through Blackmagic Cloud, not yet to YouTube or other platforms. And finally, time-lapse. Enable it through Settings, then choose your capture interval. Anything from frames up to 10 minutes apart. That gives you huge creative flexibility for everything from cityscapes to slow-moving clouds. A quick but important note about audio. If you're recording with the iPhone's built-in microphones, the Blackmagic Camera App actually lets you choose which one you want to use. Or you can simply leave it on auto and let the phone decide. You also have the option to record in up to 4 channels, giving you more flexibility in post. Now, you might be wondering, why are you only seeing 1 channel in our example? That's because we decided to test the app using our earphones as a microphone, just for evaluation purposes. The good news is that this proves you can also connect and record with an external Bluetooth microphone directly through the Blackmagic Camera App. It's a simple way to get cleaner, more directional sound without extra gear. inside the app, head over to the Media section and you'll find more than just simple playback. Tap on any clip and then hit Info. Here you get a detailed breakdown of everything recorded: frame rate, resolution, ISO, color space, and even white balance. This is extremely useful when you're editing later and want to match shots perfectly. There's also a handy Notes tab, letting you jot down details right on set, whether it's scene numbers, lighting setups, or quick reminders for the edit. And here's a real time saver. From this same media menu, you can export your clips directly to an external drive. No need to copy them into your phone's gallery first. It's a faster, cleaner workflow that makes organizing and backing up your footage much easier. The Blackmagic Camera app is available on both Android and iOS, but for this guide, we focused on using it with the iPhone Pro. Don't worry, non-Pro users can still access many of the app's features, including recording in ProRes. You might not have realized that before, but now you can test it out on your own non-Pro iPhone and see how it performs. For convenience, we've included the relevant download link in the description tab below, so you can quickly grab the app and start exploring these features yourself. And remember, it's free! Whether you're experimenting with dolly zooms, LUTs, or open gate recording, the Blackmagic Camera app brings powerful, professional-level tools right to your phone. Now it's your turn to get creative and put these features to work. Did you know your iPhone camera can get a boost with a free Adobe app called Project Indigo? Check out our full guide via a link in the description tab. We're primarily a travel channel, but we love experimenting with all kinds of cameras, from iPhones and action cams to mirrorless rigs, to capture our adventures. Subscribe if you want to see travel content, along with occasional practical tech guides, all presented from a hands-on, real-world perspective.